Hey everyone, it's Blair here again, and welcome to another fishing video on the Epic Squid channel. Today I'm taking the yak up to Tutira because the ocean's pretty buggered from all the swell from a tropical cyclone. It's about 1.5 meters out there, and even though the wind's down, I'm not too keen on going out. It's a bit of an overcast day today and a bit rainy, and should be good for trout, so I'm heading up to Tutira. Got the jigging gear, got the yak, got my sounder and everything, and I'm going to go give it a proper go up there. I haven't been there since last May when the lake was a real struggle when it had stratified. So hopefully I'm going to find a thermocline and the lake's going to be in good enough condition to find some trout. I've done really well with the thermocline there. It just congregates the fish into a really easy area to find them. So yeah, he's hoping that they'll actually be there this time. Got about an hour's trip up, so I'll see you there. So I've just arrived at Tutira, and the lake looks in really good condition, which is perfect for what I'm going to be doing. We've got overcast conditions, which is even better, and low wind. I reckon we better get out there and see if there's some trout there. Well, I've finally hooked up after about 3 hours. Whatever this is, it's pretty good fish. I've already dropped one in this area, so I decided I would stay and jig around. Finally hooked. He smacked it like crazy, this one. First fish on the rod. And we're going to have to get him back fairly quickly because the water temperature is very high up there on the surface. But although I have seen these fish on the surface taking, so it's quite odd. It's over 20 degrees on the surface, and there's still fish up there. So at last we have a fish. I don't know how big it is. Oh, it's a good fish. Good rainbow. Nice. Is it tagged? I wonder. Oh, we'll get it back in fairly quickly. If it's tagged, we'll get the number. But wow, finally a fish. Get out. Oh. This is tagged as well, very deep in there, so I can't really measure it. And I'm just gonna steer her down, get her going. So what I'm doing here is I've just found a nice little patch of fish, and seen about 3 or 4 on the sounder now, but I've got it tuned in correctly because there's so much disturbance underneath the water from the heat and everything, and probably blooming algae near the surface that I couldn't see the fish. So I turned my down vision on, and I'm just starting to pick them up in the middle of the thermocline, and they're actually right at the top of it, which is in the warmer water. 14 meters and then up at about 10. And they're pretty hard to spot sometimes on the sounder. Like I've been here before and been able to spot them, no worries, but sounder just is struggling to pick the fish up between all of the disturbance. So I've just been drifting along this little line here and jiggling it around, and I've had 2 hits again after that last fish. And yeah, I'm hoping to hit another one. I didn't get the last one to stick, unfortunately. He hit that one hard as well. But obviously they're feeding on bait fish. I'm just going to do a drift. It's not much wind sometimes in this part because it's swirling around all over the place, and we'll just swing ourselves around and get on a bit of a drift. It's quite odd seeing them this high, like almost 5 meters off the bottom, and whacking it whenever I come past. Normally I just paddle along and then spot a fish and then drop it straight to it, and normally that works pretty well for me, but today the fish are pretty dozy and it's fairly warm and it'll be quite tough for them in the lake at the moment, but they seem to be holding up alright. That last fish was damn good condition, and I'm picking a lot of these will be. There's a good mark there. Come on, come up and eat it. Really good mark. Yeah, I can just, it just determines that on that down vision side I have a big white mark, and then I look up at the sonar and I'm like, yep, that's a fish. So that was a really good mark, but we're sort of drifting away from it now. I just wound up it to see if he would follow, but he didn't. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 off the bottom, and there's another mark. Yeah, we've found them now. Give it a bit of a jiggle, see what he thinks. Okay. Really good too. That was an awesome mark, that one. He's still there. He's still there. Come on, eat the flies. Come on, buddy. I don't know if it's high enough yet. And we're on again. Same spot. Good fish. He's pissing out line and jumping. Look at him go. Right, let's get onto him, I guess. Put a bit of drag on him. That's a really nice fish. I just dropped it down and he smacked it as it was falling. And I got it in there pretty solidly, I think. Very nice fish. Another rainbow. It's just the off chance that I might hook a brown doing this one day. Jeez, this fish is fighting hard. It's all the way back to the bottom almost. Maybe another tagged fish. We'll see. Oh, he's almost got down to the bottom. We'll see if we can get the tag off of this one this time, but knowing my luck, there won't be a tag in it. I caught 7 last time I was here, and none of them had any tags in them. Epic fun to have a lake like this up in Hawke's Bay that I can jig for trout in. Very lucky, but it's very dependent on oh man, that is an awesome fish. I just backed the drag off a bit because he was going mental. Oh hell, I'm gonna back that off. It's a really big one. I nearly lost him there. It's like 6 pound easy, something like that anyway. Your eyes play tricks on you when you have a big fish like that. I think he's caught up in the line as well, so that's why he's fighting quite hard. Just using thumb pressure for drag instead, so I can let him go when he needs to, because it's only a small hook. There's a fish tailing over there. Wow. 2 of them. I can see. Oh, another one further out. Alright, let's get him up. Really, really nice fish, this one. Can't get him up, hey? He's down another 5 meters. He was on the leader. He's back on there now. Oh, this is a big fish. Where's he hooked? Oh, he's hooked in the tummy, no wonder.
He must have pulled out at some point. Go in there, bud. Yes! There we go. Right. Well, we've got another very nice fish. It definitely hit the fly. So that would have pulled and gone into him on probably one of those jumps. Right, we will get that out of the way. Check the tag very quickly so we can get him away. No tag. Fins are clipped. There you go. Nice fish. Nowhere near 6, but he's like probably over 4 pound. Let's let him go. Yep, he's away. Easy.
Right, so I'm all done at Tutira for today. The fish were pretty hard to find, and I only ended up seeing sort of 10 to 12 fish on the sounder. I converted 2 of those fish that I hooked up, and the other 2 came off. Just wax, and I didn't really even have the chance to get the hook in. But yeah, I was seeing plenty of fish after I worked out where they were at about 14 metres deep, and they were 4 metres off the bottom. Not amazing fish, but hopefully next time the fishing's a little better and they're a bit more packed into groups and fighting over the flies like it has been. I went for a paddle all the way over to the other side and couldn't find any fish over there, but I was having a nosy around the stream mouths to see if they were holding any water, and there was pretty much no flow out of either of them, which is the unfortunate thing. Fish in the summer usually hold in the cold streams flowing in, and they're not very big streams, of course, and Sandy Creek at the other end is no longer flowing in. So there's nowhere for the fish to really get away from the cold apart from deep in the lake, but it's quite surprising how shallow they are with 21.8 degree water on the surface, and even rising in the 21.8 degree water as well, quite happily from what I observed. And yeah, so I better get back on the road and see you guys next time.